The winter wind cut through the night as Ethan Hayes, a single-dad CEO known for his precision and quiet strength, stepped into the crowded city shelter with a bag of warm meals. He wasn't expecting anyone to speak to him. People usually didn't. But a soft voice tugged at his attention. "Sir, may I have your leftovers?" Ethan turned sharply. A thin boy, no older than 9, stood before him. His clothes were patched, his hands trembling, but what struck Ethan most were his eyes, gentle, hopeful, and far too mature for a child. Ethan knelt. "Leftovers? Kid, this is all fresh food." The boy shook his head. "Fresh food is for others. I just need whatever no one wants, for my mom. She hasn't eaten." That froze Ethan. Before he could speak, the boy continued. "She's sick. I promised I'd bring her something warm." Something shifted inside Ethan. This wasn't begging. This was love. "Come with me," Ethan said quietly. He walked the boy to a quiet corner, opened the containers, and handed him full servings, hot soup, bread, and fruit. The boy held the food like it was treasure. Then their eyes met again. "Sir, thank you," he whispered. "Mom always says miracles happen when someone finally sees you." Ethan swallowed hard. For the first time in years, he felt seen too. And that was just the beginning. Ethan Hayes wasn't the type who stepped into people's lives. He barely managed his own after becoming a single dad. But something about the boy wouldn't leave him. As the child carefully balanced the warm containers in his small arms, Ethan felt an unfamiliar pull in his chest. "What's your name?" Ethan asked gently. "Liam," the boy replied. "My mom calls me her little soldier." "Where is she?" Liam pointed toward the far corner of the shelter, where a thin woman lay wrapped in a worn blanket, her breathing shallow. Even from a distance, Ethan could see the exhaustion etched into her face. They walked over together. When Liam knelt beside her, her eyes fluttered open. "Mom, look! A nice man gave us food." She tried sitting up, but her body trembled. Ethan quickly stepped forward. "Easy, let me help." The woman blinked at him, confused. "Sir, we don't need trouble. We're fine. Please don't report us." Ethan froze. "Report you?" "No, Ms. Her name is Emily," Liam said, protective. "She just needs rest." Emily's voice cracked. "I lost my job. We lost our home. I just need time to get back up." Ethan looked around the shelter. So many people, each with a story. But something about these two felt different. Familiar. Personal. "You don't owe me anything," Ethan said quietly. "Just eat." Emily hesitated, then took a spoonful of soup. A tear slipped down her cheek. "Warm food, it's been days." Liam smiled, glowing with relief. Ethan stood there, heart heavy. He'd come to donate meals, not to realize how much humanity he'd forgotten. And for the first time in a long time, he felt the weight of a decision forming, one that might change everything. Ethan couldn't sleep that night. Long after leaving the shelter, Emily's trembling hands and Liam's hopeful eyes kept replaying in his mind. He sat in his quiet penthouse, his young daughter asleep in the next room, and wondered, how many warm meals had he eaten while others had none? The next morning, he returned to the shelter. Liam spotted him instantly. His face lit up. "Sir! You came back!" Ethan smiled. "Call me Ethan." Liam ran ahead to wake his mother, who looked slightly stronger after the warm meal but still pale. "Ethan?" she whispered, surprised. "You didn't have to." "I know," he interrupted softly. "But I wanted to." He offered her a small bag of toiletries, clean socks, and a warm jacket. Items he purchased after realizing how little they had. Emily stared at them, stunned. Why are you helping us?" Ethan paused, searching for the right words. "Because once someone helped me too," he said quietly. Emily lowered her head, overwhelmed. "People usually avoid us. They think we're a burden." Liam squeezed her hand. "Mom, he's not like the others." Before Emily could respond, she suddenly swayed. Ethan caught her before she fell. "She needs a doctor," he said firmly. "We can't afford," Emily whispered. "You can now," Ethan replied. "I'll take care of it." Liam looked up at Ethan with a mixture of fear and trust. "Sir, please don't let them take her away." Ethan knelt to eye level. "I promise. I'm here to help, not separate you." Liam threw his arms around Ethan's waist, a simple act that hit him harder than expected. At the clinic, doctors examined Emily while Ethan waited with Liam in a small room. The boy sat silently, legs swinging, eyes fixed on the door. "Are you scared?" Ethan asked. Liam nodded. "Mom tries to be strong, but I know she's hurting. She just hides it so I won't worry." Ethan felt his throat tighten. He'd spent years doing the same for his own daughter. The doctor finally entered. "Good news, she's exhausted and malnourished, but nothing irreversible. She needs rest, proper food, and stability." Stability. The word hit Ethan harder than he expected. When they returned to the shelter, Emily walked slowly but steadier than before. She looked at Ethan with tears in her eyes. "I don't know how to thank you," she whispered. "We've been invisible for so long." "You're not invisible," Ethan replied. "Not anymore." But as he looked around the shelter, he realized something. Helping them once wasn't enough. They needed a long-term solution. Liam tugged his sleeve. "Sir? Will we see you again?" Ethan hesitated, caught between duty and a feeling he couldn't ignore. "Yes," he said finally. "Tomorrow." His daughter Ava was waiting in his car outside. When she saw Liam with him earlier, she had asked, "Daddy, who's that boy?" "Someone brave," Ethan had said. Now, as they drove home, Ava spoke again. "He looks like he needs a friend." Ethan smiled softly. "Maybe we all do." He didn't know what tomorrow would bring, but for the first time in years, he felt purpose. The next day, Ethan arrived with Ava. Liam's face lit up when he saw her. "You brought your daughter!" he exclaimed. Ava shyly waved. "Hi. I'm Ava. Want to play?" Liam hesitated. Play? It felt like a luxury. But Ava smiled so warmly that he nodded. While the children played with donated toys, Ethan sat beside Emily. She looked stronger, hope beginning to replace fear. "Ethan, why are you still here?" she asked gently. He took a breath. "Because no child should worry about feeding their parent. And no parent should face this alone." Emily blinked hard, fighting tears. "Life wasn't always like this. I had a job, a home, then my company downsized. I kept trying but—" her voice cracked. "Liam deserved better." "You did your best," Ethan said. "He knows that." Across the room, Ava handed Liam a small toy truck. He stared at it as if holding magic. "My mom used to buy me little trucks," he whispered. "Before everything changed." Ava smiled. "You can keep it." He shook his head. "It's not mine." "It is now," Ethan said. "Both of you deserve more than scraps and struggle." Emily's eyes widened. "Ethan, what are you saying?" He turned to her fully. "I own a community outreach program. I can offer you a job. Flexible hours. A safe place for Liam after school. And temporary housing until you're stable." Emily gasped, covering her mouth. "You do that for us?" "Not charity," Ethan said softly. "A new start." Liam ran to his mom. "Mom! Did a miracle happen?" Emily hugged him tightly. "Yes, baby. I think it did." But the biggest moment was still ahead, the decision that would change all their lives forever. 2 weeks later, everything had begun to transform. Emily now worked at Ethan's outreach center, where her compassion and diligence quickly impressed everyone. Liam attended a nearby school, and Ava insisted on walking in with him every morning. The two children had become inseparable, laughing, trading snacks, and sharing stories. One evening, Ethan visited the temporary apartment he'd arranged for them. Emily greeted him at the door, healthier, brighter, finally resembling the woman she used to be. "You look different," Ethan said. "I feel different," she replied. Safe. Inside, Liam and Ava were building a cardboard fort. When they noticed Ethan, they ran over excitedly. "Come see! It's our new life castle," Liam said proudly. Ethan smiled, warmth spreading across his chest. He watched the two kids giggle, and something inside him settled, like a puzzle piece finally finding its place. Later, when the kids were busy drawing, Emily approached him. "You didn't just save us," she said softly. "You gave Liam his childhood back. And you gave me something too," Ethan replied. "Perspective." She looked up, meeting his eyes. "Ethan, why us? Out of everyone?" He hesitated, then spoke from the heart. "Because the night Liam asked for leftovers, he wasn't asking for food. He was asking to be seen. And when I looked into his eyes, something inside me woke up. I realized I couldn't walk away." Emily's voice trembled. "You changed our lives." "Maybe," Ethan said. "But you changed mine first." Liam suddenly ran over and wrapped his arms around both of them. "We're like a team now." Emily laughed tearfully. Ethan rested a hand on the boy's shoulder. A miracle didn't fall from the sky that night. It grew from a child's courage, a mother's love, and a man finally remembering his own humanity. And together, they built something new. Something called family.